Boston Red Sox have went out and acquired another relief pitcher on a minor league deal. I'm here to break down who he is and how he could greatly benefit from being on a team as good offensively as this Red Sox team. I'll break it all down on this episode of Red Sox Digest, but first remember, if you're part of the 86.5% currently watching this video, not currently subscribed to the channel, and you want to stay up to date on everything Red Sox, scroll down, click the subscribe button. We do appreciate all the love and support, so thank you guys. But now let's get to it and break down the new additions in Boston. Now, Nick Burdi is the newest addition to this Red Sox team that we are alluding to in this video that we're going to really break down, but it's not the first one of this offseason, and it's really not the first one of the year. As we've seen, Jon Heyman announce that Adam Ottavino has been to the Red Sox on a minor league deal, as well as Matt Moore to the Red Sox. Again, just basically camp invites to come see if they can earn a roster spot as, again, another bullpen piece for this Red Sox organization. And again, now the newest addition is the Red Sox have acquired right-handed pitcher Nick Burdi in camp. Burdi pitched 12 games for the Yankees last season, posting a 1.86 ERA. Again, Chris Henrique did post this first. Chris Colito was all over Twitter saying that, giving the rights, if you will, or the credit to Chris. So credit to you. The idea is the same. The Red Sox have went out and acquired another relief pitcher with a lot of age and experience to come be a part of this Red Sox organization if, one, they can stay healthy, and two, if it works out. If they go out there and really show that they have the ability to stay healthy and they still have the stuff that we've seen in the past, welcome to Boston. Now, I will say for the other two guys, and Adam as well as Matt, these guys are in their 13th and 14th MLB seasons. They are very, very ripe veterans. They have a lot of experience. Now, if you look at the baseball savant pages for both of them, they're wildly different. Adam, obviously, who has been a Red Sox before, he had a decent year last year. It wasn't great. He was about league average in certain things, but just above league average in others. Again, very, very experienced, wild pitch mix, good arm slot, has the ability to be a problem on the mound, but again, with the age, now being 35 years of age and now in his 14th MLB season, you don't really know what level you're going to get from someone in this type of tenure, as well as Matt Moore. Obviously, he's been playing for the Anaheim Angels. Not the best organization, especially without Mike Trout for the last two seasons because of battling so many injuries. But again, Matt Moore on the mound has not been great either, especially last year. Below average in the vast majority of these really percentiles when it comes down to breaking down elite pitching. 4-pitch mix, and again, going into his 13th MLB season. Again, very, very ripe in experience, a long tenure for both of these guys. And now we get, again, Nick Burdi. And who is this guy? Well, he's been dealing with a lot of injuries. And last year, like mentioned by Chris, he was damn good for the Yankees. Again, the sample size matters, and because of that sample size, things like his baseball savant page are not really up to date in the sense that he did not qualify to register for any of the real major categories outside of fastball velo. Fastball velo was up, again, 97-ish, just above 97. That is good. Again, obviously, it's not the best, as we've seen players like Mason Millers and other who do throw 100 plus. Again, for someone who is now 32 years of age, yes, 32 years of age for Nick. Again, good fastball velo, and with what we saw last season, outside of the walks, he was damn good. Again, I know sample size matters. Only 12 appearances is not going to get the job done, but again, the idea is the same. Right-handed thrower can get that fastball velo is way, way up, and everything besides the walk seems to be very, very good. Now, in those 12 appearances, he did have 9 walks, which is obviously not great, but he did have 12 strikeouts to those 9 walks. Again, there's good and there's bad. And all three of these guys seem like they do have the upside if they can, one, stay healthy and really keep their stuff really under control. I think we could really have some good pieces here, especially with Nick. Now, last year, obviously, his age 31 season with those pinstripes, those god-awful pinstripes, again, the control was the biggest problem, again, and as well as health. If he can stay healthy, and we've seen a mix of injuries from this young man, unfortunately, back when he was with Pittsburgh, as well as last year with New York. If he can stay healthy, just in some fashion, I think he could actually be a legitimate piece to this bullpen for the Red Sox. Someone who has high velo, and again, he didn't qualify on the baseball savant page. But if we look at the things at where they were sitting before he did exit the season, they were looking good. The numbers were looking good. The barrel percentages way high, hard hit rate way high, average exit velocity way high, expected batting average way up. Again, these are high percentile rankings from this young man, but because of the lack of reps and the lack of really games played in, he didn't have enough to qualify. Obviously, the fastball coming in at a high usage rate, so that did qualify because, again, over and over and over again. But again, the idea is the same. Now, Burdi's only going into his 6th MLB season, so not as much experience as the other two guys that we did mention earlier, but the point is still the same. Another good relief option that could possibly pan out for this Red Sox team. And really, it's smart by the Red Sox to go out and use these minor league deals, because if we don't give them to anyone, then they just go to waste. And they're not being filled. And these guys basically aren't getting the tryout that they're getting now. And I'm very blunt to say tryout, but again, it basically is. These contracts are non-guaranteed. You're coming into camp. If you prove yourself, you get onto that 40-man roster, then you get a contract with the Red Sox, and you become a part of that organization. Right now, you're really just working your ass off, proving that you do still have some stuff that could be reliable and useful to this Red Sox organization and as a part of the bullpen, and also the fact that you're healthy, and that is the biggest thing with Nick. As again, if we look at the list of injuries he's been dealing with, hip injury after hip injury, then he dealt with an appendicitis. That was an emergency operation that he apparently did have to have back in 23, which sidelined him for some time again. Then right elbow, which was, I believe, the worst injury that he's been dealing with. It was with Pittsburgh. It was not great, as well as bicep injuries, and then again, recovery from right elbow surgery in both 18. That's in 18. Both of those are in 18. So again, the point is the same. In last year, he did post a 1.86 ERA in those 12 appearances, I should say. But again, the walks were still up greatly. I know, again, he did not qualify on Baseball Savant, but if you look at what is there, again, not qualified, take it with a grain of salt, because it was only 12 appearances. He was the bottom percentile, like the very, very bottom percentile, just under the K percentage. It's just a sliver. It's not great. It was the bottom percentile of all of baseball. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It was only 12 appearances, but 9 walks, 12 strikeouts, 12 appearances. Not really going to get the job done. It's going to be interesting. I hope the kid stays healthy. I could really see him panning out for the Red Sox team and just adding another great piece of depth to this bullpen. I think it'd be very useful, as well as these other guys in Adam Ottavino and Matt Moore. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, Adam had been a part of this Red Sox organization already. Matt obviously has not. If he can work it out and we can add another left-handed arm to the bullpen, I'm not going to complain. But again, Matt has not been great throughout his career. When he's streaky at best, and again, the 4-pitch mix, the velo not up. Again, this Baseball Savant page is rough to look at. Pitching run value way below league average. Off-speed run value, the bottom percentile of the MLB. Base on balls percentage looks a lot like Nick's. It was way down, the 6th percentile of the entire MLB. Barrel percentage way down. K percentage way down. Fastball velo about 92.5. Again, that is not on the high side in today's world of the MLB, where a lot of these guys are sitting at the 97, 98, 99, 100 plus. And again, expected batting average is in the 79th percentile, which is good. But again, not going to get the job done when everything else looks the way it does. Hard hit rate, 74th percentile. That is going to get a check mark. But again, everything else is not going to, just below league average, if not just at league average across the board for someone in Matt Moore, who again, going into age 35 season, 15th or 14th season in the MLB, going to have to go out there and really prove his worth and his value to this Red Sox organization in camp to really get a deal. And then for Adam, a lot better of a season last year compared to someone in Matt Moore. Right-handed, weird arm slot, big pitch mix, 2-4, 6-pitch mix for Adam Ottavino. It's going to be interesting. Again, going into his 15th season in the MLB. Obviously, the pitching run value and the fastball run value are down because the fastball velo is not crazy. It's just like Matt's, right around the 94, 93 range for Adam. Again, the arm slot and the weird pitch mix and his ability to throw disgusting breaking balls, including his slider and sweeper, are really going to get the job done for Adam. And if he proves to still have that nasty stuff in his breaking ball arsenal. I would not be surprised to see him return to this Red Sox organization. Now, the last thing we're going to wrap up with is the fact that we play the Minnesota Twins today in a spring training game, and this is what our lineup looks like, and I am excited once again. I know these games mean absolutely nothing. They are just reps to warm up to get into the MLB season, which starts this month on just 26 days. We're 26 days away from opening day, and I can't wait. Duran, Bregman, Casas, Story rounding out the first four of this Red Sox lineup. Really can't wait to see how this all plays out as these starters are getting some initial reps in spring. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Red Sox Digest. Thank you guys for watching.